Hey everybody, welcome back to Bayside Farms. My name is Jade. So today I want to give you a tour of what is happening in the big garden in all these raised garden beds, because I have been so busy at work that I have not taken the time to come out here and really tend to the garden. So I'm just going to give you a run through of what the garden looks like currently right now before I've even done anything to it, because I am going to do a bunch of garden cleanup. But tomorrow is Monday, today's Sunday, and tomorrow it's supposed to rain. So I'm going to try to go through, it's getting darker because, you know, daylight savings, so I'm going to try to go through and try to collect all the green tomatoes, because we have a lot of green tomatoes. A lot of them haven't ripened up, and so I've been looking at recipes on what to do with the green tomatoes, and they say on on Google you could make like you could use it for green tomato salsa, and then there's like so many different other recipes that you could use green tomatoes, like fried green tomatoes. But I think I'm going to try the tomato salsa, the green tomato salsa. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm sure it might turn out pretty delicious. But I just wanted to share with you what is happening in our zone, Zone 9, Northern California, and what is growing in my garden, and what I have been up to and what I've been doing in the garden. So like I said, nothing. So over here in this garden bed, we have some carrots right here that are looking fantastic. And we do have some spinach, like very sporadic spinach, because I feel like this is one of the beds that does not have any netting, and I should put some netting, because I have these little posts here in the corner that I could put the little PVC pipes and drape some netting over the top of it. So I bet you if I do that, I'm gonna get some spinach, because I can see the spinach. It's just the very tips of it. Any leaves that have grown are being chomped away, and it's because we have so many birds out here, because we have so many trees, which I don't mind the birds. It's just that I always forget to put netting or some sort of covering over the top of my garden beds in order to prevent the birds from eating the seeds. So I've been having some low germination rates on some of the seeds that I've been planting, because I kept forgetting to put the netting over the top. But since then, in the garden beds that I did plant seeds in, I have put the netting up. So let me share with you what is happening in this other garden bed. So here are the beans. These are the Python pole beans and the Lake Valley Seed Company. They're what was it? They're long bean. So this is how they're looking. Yeah, they're not looking too good. It's time to take them out, because we have been getting some really cold weather. So when the time is right, when I get some, like I want to say Tuesday probably, I can come in here and take out a lot of these beans and tomato plants. But right now I'm just going to go ahead and harvest as many tomatoes. After I finish this vlog, I'm going to try to harvest as many tomatoes as I can, and then slowly start removing a lot of these things from the garden beds. Now on the other side of the beans, I have a bunch of these Roma tomatoes, San Marzanos, and they're actually, I mean, look at this one. Look at that one. It's looking so good. But there's so many green tomatoes on here, but also a bunch of red ones. So yeah, these are how the tomatoes are looking. Like I said, we're gonna have rain, and the weather's starting to get cooler. So a lot of these tomatoes I'm gonna start pulling them out. Now let me share with you how the turnips are doing, and what else do we plant? Turnips and beets and carrots? Let me show you. Alright, so over here in this garden bed, this is where we planted a bunch of turnips. We have a bunch of turnips right here. And I did plant some beets, and we did put some more carrots into this garden bed, because like I said, birds were getting in here and they were eating. So I had the netting on here, and then birds were getting in here and eating up all the seeds, even though I have the netting on top of it. So I did add a secondary netting on top, and ever since I did the secondary netting, I haven't had any problems with the birds. But someone did mention that I could use tulle on top of the garden beds instead of the netting, because then the birds won't get caught up in here. So I thought, what a great idea. I'm probably going to go to the fabric shop and see how much tulle is for the yard, like by yard. I don't think it's that expensive, but I'm gonna find out and see how much it costs to get some tulle or something like that to cover up the garden beds, because there is quite a few different types of fabric out there that I bet you I could use and cut and make it into some sort of covering to protect the garden beds from, you know, pests. So this is how the garden bed is doing. So far so good. I do have a ton of turnips popping up, and let me give you a good look at how they're looking. Look at that. They are looking so good. There's a little cluster of seeds because I just planted those that I kind of need to thin out a little bit. But all of these, I feel that they might be ready for Thanksgiving. But we have some carrots popping up here and there, like a little bit of over there. But yeah, we did plant a bunch of seeds into this garden bed, so I cannot wait to see how it's going to look once it's all filled in. So this is a garden bed that we planted some beans. So we did plant some peas. That's what they were, peas. So we started some more peas. We did put in some more spinach, and we did start some more broccoli and some more carrots. And so far, the seeds that we started before, you know, the first set of seeds, they're all coming up. Well, some of them, not all of them. And the ones that are coming up are doing pretty good. So the ones that did not come up, it's because I started the seeds. I forgot to put the netting up. I noticed a bunch of birds in here, you know, I'm assuming eating the seeds because none of the seeds were popping up. But ever since I put the netting up, the seeds have been growing, which has been awesome. So that has just been, yeah, great. Because I just have to remember every time I plant seeds in any time of season, I have to put some netting or some sort of covering over the garden beds, or else the pest, birds, and mainly birds, I feel it's mainly the birds, will eat all of my seeds. But this is how the garden bed's doing. Everything's doing so well, and yeah, and growing, so that's awesome. So let me just show you how the strawberry bed's doing, the one with the bowls. Yeah, let me show you how that's doing. So you guys, I don't know what to do with this garden bed. This is the garden bed with the voles. John, he put this little poison in here, and they're supposed to smell the poison through there and chew through the plastic. Nothing. No, it doesn't want to chew through plastic when it can get fresh strawberries. So that is what's happening with this garden bed. I feel like I'm just gonna have to go through and just dig up all of these strawberries and plant them somewhere. Maybe get some sort of like above raised garden, another garden bed or something, where, because I've been thinking about getting those like metal beds. You know, have you seen those? That they have in all different colors, like white and cream and all those different colors. And I want a couple of them. And I thought that would be so pretty to put here in the garden and just, you know, like plant strawberries and stuff. So that's how that garden bed is doing. But let me show you how the lemongrass is doing. Fantastic. You guys, fantastic. Matter of fact, I was trying to think of what I wanted to cook for dinner tonight, and I was thinking, ooh, should I do broccoli cheddar soup or some chicken soup? Because I have some chicken, I have like some chicken boiling on the stove, like a chicken carcass, or, you know, the whole chicken. So, I don't know, so many possibilities. But this is how the lemongrass is doing. I'm just watching Bella, because Bella is making, our quarter horse has been making her way into the big garden, and she doesn't get into the garden beds, but you know what? Now that I'm looking at her, I think she's eating my carrots. Bella! Oh no! What are you doing, girl? You see that? She's trying to reach to eat the carrots right here. These are all my carrots. And if she reaches far enough, she can get into there. My animals. I let our quarter horse run around. Not run around, because she doesn't run that much anymore. Just walk around the farm. Usually on the weekends, I let her go crazy. But, yeah. I don't think there's anything in that bowl. I have a bucket in the back of the truck, but there's nothing in it. She's just probably licking the grain at the bottom. Like that. It's not even grain. There's no grain in it. I think it's just like the stuff. Oh, look at this dog. And then here's Mira right here, our Great Pyrenees. There's no stopping her. She just comes right, she jumps right over the fence into the garden. So yeah, I can't even keep her out, even if I wanted to. So over here in this garden bed, this is where we have the Jerusalem artichokes. Mira, hey, look at this dog in the garden bed. Thank goodness I don't have anything in there that I want to keep, but let me get her out of there. Come on, Mira. Come on, let's go. Let's go, come on. Good girl. She's so big, you guys. And then I'm looking in the garden bed and I see a bunch of strawberries. Look at this. Still, you guys, but it's been eaten. I'm gonna give it to the chickens. So I have harvested all of the Jerusalem artichokes, and now we just have these little asparagus. I don't even know what they are. Little asparagus trees or something. So I did plant a bunch of asparagus in here, not realizing that a bunch of the Jerusalem artichokes were going to come back. They're very invasive, these Jerusalem artichokes. So we have a ton of Jerusalem artichokes in this garden bed. They're also known as sunchokes. And if you've never seen what a sunchoke looks like, let me show you. It's just like digging for potatoes. It truly is like digging for potatoes. So it's very satisfying, but you're gonna run across some pests like the Jerusalem, what's it called? It's a cricket. It's a very ugly looking cricket, by the way. It's not any cricket that I've ever seen before. It's called Jerusalem cricket, I think it's called. Something like that. Oh, this is going to be a big one. Let me see if I can get this one out. If I have a shovel, I could probably dig it out with a shovel. Alright, so this is what a Jerusalem artichoke looks like. Just like that. There's more. I'm sure there's a lot more in here. It's just like, there. It's just like digging for potatoes. So that's what it looks like. It's also called a sunchoke. Look at that. And so it just grows just like that. And so what these are good for, they're good for your gut health. So you could ferment them. I heard you could stir fry with them. You could, there's just so many different ways you can cook with them. But if you want to, you preserve them or you use them as you dig them up. So if you want to keep them into the garden bed, that's how you store them. You just leave them in the garden bed and they store that way. Or you can dig them out and start preserving with them and cooking with them. I didn't know that the first time I grew the Jerusalem artichokes. So I harvest all of the Jerusalem artichokes and I gave them a good washing, and within a few days, they literally went bad. I'm talking not even a few days, maybe 2-3 days. Yeah, a few days, 2-3 days. Bad, just like that, just super soggy, super squishy. So I started doing research, and it says that if you want to, how you store your Jerusalem artichokes is you just keep them right into the ground. You just leave them in the ground, and when you eat them, you harvest them as you want to eat them. So that is what's happening with the Jerusalem artichokes. Now let me share with you how the garlic bed is doing and all the other tomatoes. Alright, so over here in this garden bed, this is where we have some garlic growing. So we have a bunch of garlic growing, and I also popped in a bunch of seeds, spinach seeds. But I don't think I have any spinach seeds growing. Like, I do see some blades of, it looks like it could be spinach, but it also looks like it could be weeds. So that's that's a tough part. But I think I'm just gonna let those grow and see what happens. And then this is one of the garden beds that, like I said, I planted the seed. I didn't put any netting, and so I feel like the birds might have came in here and ate all of the spinach seeds, but I could be wrong. But the garlic is doing fantastic, so I'm super excited with this, with how the garlic is growing. Now this garlic, there's some of them that I bought from the nursery, and then some of them that I grew from last year. And so a majority of the garlic that I'm using in the garden bed is garlic that I grew from last year, which is so exciting because I'm thinking I might not ever have to buy garlic again, which is so awesome because so far the garlic that I grew has lasted since, I mean, almost a year now, which is so amazing. Some of it has gone bad, but we use a lot of garlic, so, and we go through it quite rapidly. So I'm excited to get more garlic and stash it away. And then I'm gonna do a few other ways to preserve it because I don't want it to go bad. All right, so over here we have our blackberry. And so far so good. I mean, I think this is pretty much it. I think I'm just gonna have to wait until the springtime before I can get any more blackberries. And yeah, I might just pop this one out of here and put it somewhere further away from the garden, kind of back by our pomegranates, because we do have a little pomegranate area. So I might just put it back there because, yeah, I'm excited. I cannot wait. I feel like maybe if I put it in the ground, it'll get some more growing space and maybe it'll give me a lot more blackberries. But I think this is all I'm going to be getting. I'm not going to get any more, I don't feel, for the rest of the season. I think that's pretty much it. And then the springtime comes, hopefully we get some more in the summer. Okay, so now we are over here by the trellis. That's it, you guys. I don't think it's gonna get any taller, but look at all these green tomatoes. Look at these. So many green tomatoes. I might harvest a few of them and then leave some of them on the tomato plant, because look at this. There's just so many, you guys. There's just so many. Do you see that? Man, that's tough to try to, you know, pull out plants when they have that much fruit on it. Oh, all right. So over here, this is where we have some potatoes. And as you can see, we have a bunch of little shoots popping up here and there. And I still have not popped in. I have a bunch of potatoes sprouting up in the kitchen, and I have not popped them out here because I've been so busy working and doing those containers. And then I think next week I'm probably gonna have to go back and do some more containers for the holiday and get them all, you know, ready for the holiday. But hopefully I get to spend some time out here sometime next week, and so I can pull out some of these plants, like the zucchini plant. Look at that. That needs to come out because it's, you know, it's getting colder. These tomatoes, these are the San Marzanos, another batch of San Marzanos, and they need to come out as well. Look at these. You guys, it's so hard. It's so hard. Plus, I didn't feel like I got that many tomatoes. And then look at the eggplant. Now, I've been doing some research seeing if the eggplant is going to survive if we get some cold weather. And it says that if we get a ton of cold weather, like in the evenings, that it kind of slows down their growth. So hopefully we get to pick out some of this eggplant. That would be so awesome if we can get to harvest a bunch of these eggplants, because there's so many. Look at that. So cute. I love it. So that is how the eggplant is doing. And then over here we have our beefsteak. And same thing. Look at these beefsteaks. Oh, gonna harvest those. So that is how that's looking. Everything's starting to look a little sad, you know. And then over here we have our beans right here that haven't really given us a lot of beans, and they're just looking kind of, you know, raggedy. And then some more zucchini on this side. Look at that. I mean, I planted this zucchini a little later, and I'm probably just gonna leave it in there and see what happens. And maybe, I don't think we're gonna get any more zucchini, but you never know. Oh, the Myers lemon, you guys. I have not harvested any lemons, but look how bright it is. Now you could really see the lemons on the tree. Look at how many lemons. Doesn't it just look like a bunch of little ornaments? Like, it's so beautiful. I feel like, oh, look at, there's just so many. I'm so excited at how many lemons we got, but I have not tried any, and I definitely want to. But I've been waiting so long for this little tree to give out some lemons that it's just hard for me to pick it right now. Okay, so here is that little strawberry patch. I transplanted some strawberries. I put it in this container in hopes that it'll grow. And yes, it looks really sad. But when I dig inside the little plants, like right in here, I could see some little green shoots growing right in there. And so I feel that maybe, like right here, There's like some little plants growing right there. Little leaves. So I think maybe they're gonna come back. Maybe. I'm hoping that in the springtime they'll make a big comeback because they were giving off some beautiful, beautiful, huge strawberries. And it would be so nice to get some strawberries, some more strawberries for next year. All right, so now we're off to the cherry tomatoes. These are the cherry babies. These cherry babies have not disappointed. I am so pleased with them. And we still have a ton. Look at this. You guys, look at that. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Amazing cherry babies by, I believe, Johnny Selected Seeds. So awesome. And I just went through all of my seeds and I have all of my cherry tomatoes all picked out for next year. So I'm so excited. Okay, so over here we have our peppers. Now this one pepper, I think right over here, this one in the front, this big one, I have not really gotten a lot of peppers from this one. I believe this one's called Big Bertha. But I have gotten a lot of the Johnny Rockets, which are these red ones. They're looking so nice. I have gotten a lot of Thai chilies right over here. And I'm soon going to be picking out a bunch of bell peppers. I have not picked out a bunch of bell peppers because they're really not that big yet. And I don't feel like they're ready to be harvested. Now, here we are to the Cherokee tomatoes. Look at these. Do you see these beautiful Cherokee tomatoes? So beautiful. So I'm going to harvest all of these Cherokee tomatoes and make that green salsa because there's so many. Look at these. Oh my goodness, you guys. I just wish I wish they turned red. But that's okay. I'm going to try this green salsa and see how it turns out because I've never made green salsa before, so it sounds pretty delicious. So that is how everything is growing in the big garden. It just needs to be a lot of cleanup. I'm probably going to do a little garden cleanup, one video, and yeah, and just go through and give the garden a good cleaning for the fall. So that is pretty much what is happening over here. Let's see what else. Did I show you the bridge? I don't know if I showed you the bridge that we're almost finished. Not almost finished. I'm kind of almost finished with laying down the dirt and the gravel and stuff like that. I think we just have to bring the gravel out here and lay down the gravel. But I'm kind of bummed that it's going to rain tomorrow because I wanted to do so many things for because we're going to be off. All right, so let me show you. So over here, so we ended up laying down some, it's like kind of like gravel, some fill dirt right in here and kind of sloped it down. So now we're going to add in this black gravel on top of it, and then we're going to put some railings and put a little roof on it, and I cannot wait to see how that's going to look with the water flowing through. It's going to be quite amazing. So that is pretty much it. I just noticed our garbage can is knocked over. We did have some wind over here, so it just like blew everything around. It was just last week. It was pretty windy last week. All right, let's go put this garbage can over here. So all the pomegranates are pretty much, you know, dying back now. We harvested all of the pomegranates. So that is what's happening back here. And then it is getting darker. I know it doesn't seem like it in the camera, but it is. And so now we're going to go off to the little garden and show you what's growing in the little garden. Really nothing. You know, we just planted those seeds, and so those seeds have not come up yet. So I cannot wait to see what that little garden's going to look like with all the ranunculus and the bachelor buttons and, oh my God, all the poppies and the tulips and the hollyhocks, and oh my gosh, I hope it looks exactly like how I imagine it. And you know what, I bought some more flower seeds, and so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, in this garden, I'm going to dedicate this little garden into my cut flower garden. And so we're going to call it like the little cut flower garden. So simple. But yeah, I am just going to dedicate this garden to all flowers because this was my first garden ever. When I first got into gardening, John and I built this little garden, and since then I have, you know, kind of tweaked it up a little bit. It definitely needs a watering, but let me show you what it looks like. So this is what it looks like right now. I have trimmed down all of our zinnias. I do need to cut back all of our eggplant and harvest whatever we have. And then what I want to do is I want to kind of level out this area right in here, because it goes straight and then it slopes down. And what happens is when I water, all of the water and the dirt kind of falls right out of the garden. So what I'm hoping to do is maybe just kind of scrape it, or I don't even know, maybe add a piece of wood like across here to kind of just keep this like its own little garden bed. I don't know, so many possibilities. But that is how this little garden is doing. I do need to give it a good watering. So that's pretty much it. That is what's happening on the farm. The puppies are getting so big, you guys. Let me show you all the puppies. They're getting so big. They're so cute. Let me see who's all here. All right, come here, Mira. Oh, look at this big girl. So this is our Great Pyrenees. Come here. Look how big she is. Look at her. Come here. Sit down. Sit. Be good girl. Come on. Sit. Sit. Oh, good girl. And then this one right here is named Captain, and he is a Great Pyrenees Anatolia Shepherd. So he's going to be just as big as Mira here. And then we have Jack, and he's out somewhere. I don't know where he's at. Probably by the front door sleeping. He's such a good boy. So, and then we have Val. Val, come here. Val is our, I don't know if you've been watching for a while. Come here, girl. Come here. She's our Queensland Heeler. She's our Queensland Heeler rat terrier. Look at how cute she is. Oh. And then of course Hank. Hank's right here. Oh, and then we have Tigger, our kitty. Come here, Tigger. We have a barn cat. Tigger. Oh, he's running from the dogs. Come here, bud. No, he's not having it. Let me show you. Do you see him? Right there. Hi, buddy. Tigger's our barn cat, and he's so big. He's so vicious. My goodness. Sometimes I come into the barn and I just see, come here. Oh, he's running from me because he's hungry. He wants me to go feed him. I already put food in his bowl though. All right, so that is pretty much what is happening. Oh, here's little Jack. Let me show you little Jack. We have 5 dogs, you guys. I can't even say that enough. We have 5 dogs. I never thought we were gonna have 5 dogs. Look at this little guy. Come here, little Jackie. Little Jack, look at this little guy. Hi, little guy. He is so sweet, but everyone gangs up on him. I don't know why. And he's such a sucker. He doesn't like if someone wants to take his pig ear away, because we give him like little pig ears for treats, he lets them. He doesn't even fight for it or anything. He's the sweetest puppy. But that is what's happening on the farm. John's over here hard at work, repairing. What you doing, sweetie?
I'm the mechanic today.
Yeah, he's repairing this lawnmower. He's riding lawnmower right here. Oh, so busy at work, huh? And then he's gonna start the streetscape soon. That's coming up probably next week, right?
Yeah, it depends on how much rain comes on Monday, tomorrow, and then if it rains on Wednesday. We're supposed to start Wednesday or Thursday,
yeah.
But it's supposed to rain on Wednesday, so we'll see.
Hopefully just a sprinkle.
Yeah, hopefully it's just the right amount of water to keep the dust control down.
I know, that would be so nice. All right, so that is pretty much what is happening on the farm. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So what's happening in the garden, and sometime next week I'm gonna be cleaning out that big garden, cleaning out all those tomatoes, and I'm just gonna harvest everything tonight. So that's my plan. All right, so take care, be safe. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.